Hi, Chris Robinson here. I'm the Executive Vice President of Maxwell Leadership, and today I'm here with Anupama Kinatukara. And I love your name, Anupama. Now, you told me just beforehand that Anupama stands for unique. It stands for
Yes.
unique. So, hey, thank you so much for being here with me today. I've had the privilege of getting to spend some time with you today, and I've had the opportunity to see you serve Maxwell Leadership Team in so many incredible ways. And so your heart, your passion for people and for the team, I just want to say thank you so much for all you do to serve us.
It has been my privilege, especially having joined the team. I have a place to serve because
Yeah.
I was missing that.
Wow.
And I feel like this is my place to serve. So yes, it's been a privilege and it's an honor to be able to serve.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, talk to us a little bit. Now, you've been a part of Maxwell Leadership for quite some while now. And, you talked to me about why you joined the team initially and how it's helped you and how you've evolved as a person after joining the team.
So I joined the team in September 2018.
Mhm.
I was in between jobs. My background is in IT project management.
Mhm.
And I was actually studying for my next certification, program management certification. And I got bored reading the books and I said, let me just Google some YouTube videos. But I wanted to stay on track with what I was doing. So instead of just looking for any YouTube videos, I looked for YouTube videos on leadership.
Mhm.
And one of those turned out to be John Maxwell. I didn't know this guy existed. I didn't know who he was. But I loved when he said leadership is influence, not a title and a position. And here I was trying to chase a title because I wanted to influence more people. I knew what I wanted to do with the title. I knew it was to influence people. It was not for my own merit, but I thought I needed a title for that. And I continued to watch John's videos and I called the number and they said, hey, you could become a business person. I said, I'm a worker bee. I'm not a business person and I don't intend to be one. So I decided I still wanted to develop my leadership skills, and I was told the Maxwell team would be able to help me with that. So that's why I joined to become a better leader because I knew I was a good leader, but I knew there was more and I knew I could do more and I needed the resources for it. And I'm glad that I was able to get the resources. But in 3 months, Chris, I became so much more than who I was. I couldn't keep it to myself. And I said, I need to tell people about this. So I just don't want to go back into IT and just serve somewhere or do a job as a better leader. I needed to train others. I needed to share my experience. I needed to bring others to our team. And that's one of the reasons I'm here because I believe in what our team is doing. I believe that we will be able to empower so many more to live a better life.
Right.
And I would say my journey has taken me from a journey of success to a journey of significance.
Wow, wow. Let's talk about that. I think one of the big shifts inside of going from success to significance is when you realize that leadership wasn't about a title or position. Now, I think a lot of people have that mindset of leadership is about a title or office or a position. Talk to me about that transition and that realization that, hey, you know what? It's not about a title and what that did for your life.
I would say the shift happened when I got to go on the country transformation trip to Dominican Republic in November of 2021.
Okay.
And it was one of the Maxwell team members who really sponsored me for that. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity because I saw what so many others are doing and how it's impacting so many lives, the ripple effect that's happening. And it just touched my heart in such a special way. I I realized it's so much more on this earth if we do more for others than we do for ourselves. Because yes, I did gain the visibility, the credibility of being with John Maxwell and all of you. But at the same time, I think what I did in a small way has helped others, especially one of my Spanish interpreters. We are still in touch, and I was able to host a private broadcast for some of the interpreters there after I came back with the Live to Lead.
Yeah.
So it's been amazing.
Amazing. Wow. Now you still have a passion for project management and helping women specifically in project management. And I love your initiative to be able to do that. And a lot of women in project management, they deal with, or just women in general, deal with the balance between family and career. Talk to me about how you dealt with that and how you help others deal with that balance between family and career.
So I have 3 kids. They are older now. I struggled with balancing family and career. I put career at the backwards, and I put family first, and I still put family first. But I knew that I needed to stop myself from taking on more because I had a family. I had to make sure that I'm not traveling because I had a family. So there were so many things. I limited myself. I had some limiting beliefs that I cannot do this because I needed to be there for my family. Now I know, especially since my kids are older maybe, but I still think early on when they were old enough to do things by themselves, I could have done a little bit more. I'm not saying go out there and just travel all the time while their kids are young and need you at home. But I feel like I was also an introvert. So I was very hesitant speaking up for myself. Even when we had these meetings as a project manager, I had the opportunity to speak, but I always leaned on to a team member who was more outspoken. And I would share my ideas, but it was not coming through my voice, my mouth. The ideas was coming from others. Sometimes I got the credit for it, sometimes I didn't. And I think women tend to do that. We tend to lean on to others who are more stronger than us. And now I know I consider myself have become a confident introvert from a shy introvert. So I'm no longer an introvert. I am an introvert, but I'm no longer shy. I'm confident. If I have an idea, I will share it from my own mouth with my own voice.
Right.
Because my voice matters.
Yep, indeed. It does. It does. Now, you talked about in this, and I think this happens to a lot of introverts, whether it be male or female, is that you share ideas and you don't get the credit for it. And someone that is more vocal and outgoing, they're always blabbing the ideas, and then they end up getting the credit.
Yes.
Not the most, they're not usually the smartest people in the room. I'm guilty of that. All right. But they have the ability to communicate. Talk to me about how not getting credit as an introvert, how you grew out of that. And then talk to me about how enhancing your communication skills has helped you excel further.
When I didn't get the credit, I cried. That's what I did. Yeah. I had my own time trying to figure out how could I just get out of the shell that I was in. Sometimes I just decided that was just not for me. I'm a woman of faith, so I do believe that if one door is shut, another is going to open up for me. So I didn't really bother with people who took the credit. I said, good for you, but I knew it was my idea. I moved on, but it took me a while. After I developed my communication skills, I have learned to connect with others better. I'm great as a connector. I love to connect others with each other. I build relationships. I have learned how to face conflicts. And again, it's not easy. It's difficult, but I've learned to have difficult conversations. And I have mended some relationships that were broken. I'm still working on some, work in progress. But it has allowed me to really help other women find their voice. Because I've seen women, especially in technology, coming to me saying, I'm in middle management. How do I get there? And John's books has really helped me by talking to them and teaching them about influencing the influencers.
Right. Wow. I love that. I love that. So a couple keys there is, number one, by increasing those communication skills, it's helped you connect with others better. It's helped you face conflict. But most importantly, you've built confidence over time. And so just love hearing that and not having you at home, crying or quitting and said, hey, this isn't for me because somebody else is getting the credit. What a shift and what a transition. Now, you've got a couple words that you share often inside your business, which is be challenged and lead on. Talk to me about that and what that means.
The first year that I decided to pick a word for the year, and I didn't know the value of word for the year. I learned that from John's book in 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. He mentions about picking a word for the year to stay focused. So being an introvert, I needed to challenge myself. And I picked the word challenged. I had to challenge myself to get out of my house. I had to challenge myself to read books because I wasn't an avid reader. Now I am. I had to challenge myself not to be just wasting my time. So there was a lot of challenges that I faced. At the same time, I challenged myself to be more and to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So, but I also wanted to lead others. And then I said, be challenged and lead on. If I pick that as my motto for my company, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to challenge myself, but I also wanted to challenge others. And I wanted to lead on. I wanted them to lead on. So it was more a dual purpose where it was for me as well as for those around me.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing. If you could, what would you say to the audience of someone that may be in a similar position to you? They're women in project management and they are struggling to get their voice heard. What words of encouragement would you give them to help them get through their situation?
I would tell you what John told me when I got started on this journey. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. It's not a title or a position. So I would tell you, you are a positive influencer and you can influence others just with a smile, just like I'm doing right now. Thank you.
Awesome. Anupama, thank you so much for being here with today. Always an honor and privilege to be with you.
It has been a privilege, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.